Hey there boys and girls, it's the Fury here. Well, yes, I'm wearing a ridiculous wig, but there is a reason for that, and you'll probably see it before this one goes out, or maybe later on tonight. Now, my favourite scenes. Well, it's very similar to Ryan's. Now, I've got two, maybe three, that I can go along with. Now, one of my favourite scenes of all time was between Gimli the Dwarf and Aragorn. And it's the bit at the Helm's Deep battle, where everything's got a bit peaked on and they all run out around the side and Gimli can't quite make the jump. You know what's coming. You'll have to toss me. What? You'll have to toss me, but don't tell the earth. I have watched these films so many times. I've read the books more times than most people, I suppose. I generally try to read them all once a year. Every single time I see that scene, I literally have a little bit of wee come out. And, you know, that's just the way that the two actors just did that scene. That one take was just beautiful. You'll have to toss me, but don't tell the elf. Fantastic, makes me roar every time. My second choice of scene comes from Final Fantasy Advent Children. And it's a little bit of the powwow of the team, I suppose, for want of a better term, aboard the High Wind. You got Cid flying, you've got Cat Sith, you've got Barrett, Yuffie, you've got Tifa, Red 13 floating about. Or Nanaki, as his actual name is, Final Fantasy fans. And you've got Yuffie flapping about, going blah, 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 blah. He can't handle this on his own. And going harping on about materia and stuff, and Cat Sith just harps up, "Shut your mouth, lassie! Ah, this is my talk!" Cid. I mean, Cid's my favourite character, I think, ultimately from the Final Fantasy franchise, and especially 7. It's just, "Ah, shut your mouth, lassie! Ah, this is man talk!" And it's just like, wow, that is so sexist. But the timing was, again, brilliant. And Barrett chips in. Yeah, blah 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 blah, but we'll give him 5 minutes, and if he ain't done by then, we'll wade in. 5 minutes later, here, we'll sit off that. You know. But it's all about the timing and delivery of the lines. I probably don't do it justice. Now, my third and final favourite scene, well no, actually there's two. My third favourite scene is from a lesser known film. Again, it's sci-fi this time, and it's from the film Ultramarines. Now it's quite a decent, for such an unknown film, there's quite a good cast of it. You've got Sean Pertwee, Terence Stamp, and of course John Hurt, one of my favourite actors of all time. And they're all Ultramarines, Space Marines, and they're all like firing upon the Chaos Space Marines, the bad guys, and there's hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of these Chaos Marines, and they're about to go, dang, we are loved. And I think Sean Pertwee's character goes to Karnak, which was John Hurt's character. Do you have no weapon? Or something along those lines. And of course he's just stood there like this, and you can see steam just gently broiling off him, just very, almost like a nice calm vape. And you see this whole horde of Chaos Space Marines, and it all just goes, "Doo, die heretics!" or burn heretics, I forget which one of the two it is, and it's just bam on a Rosicrucian, and energy weapon, and we're all dead. And it's just like, bam, with the power only John Hurt can bring. Burn heretics! And of course the character is fully clad in his battle armour, so his face is covered up by this real menacing, ornately patterned skull helmet. And that was just fantastic. Brilliant scene. Good film as well if you're a Warhammer fan, although it was generally panned universally. Another lesser known film, again to do with the game franchise, but this time a video game franchise, was a film called Forward Unto Dawn, which was a sort of prequel-y type thing to Halo 4. And it's live action. And it's the scene at the very end where all the Spartans are taking off their helmets except for John. And, you know, the cadets are sat recognising the fact that they're clones. Now, if you've read the stories, the novels, you'll know that when the Spartans were collected by Dr. Halsey, they were collected at a very young age, like 4, 5 and 6. And for various skills that they had. John's was particularly luck, Kelly was her strength and speed, and she was very tall apparently as well, and various other things like that. And the only one who doesn't take his helmet off is John. So you can see one of the girl cadets gets killed halfway through the film. One of the Spartans is her, the original, and it turns out that she was the Flash clone. And it goes along like that with a couple of others, and you can see that these guys are the originals and the cadets are the clones on the other side of the Pelican. And John doesn't take his helmet off and hands the main protagonist cadet a bit of shrapnel from a grenade, which he took out a hunter with. And he just looks at him and goes something on the lines of his ubiquitous line that I always remember, "You'll be fine," or "Well done, soldier," or something. Yeah, that's it. "Well done, soldier." And it was sort of like that. And now we know what John looks like. Of course, if you've played through to the end of Halo 4, you do actually see his eyes. And for me, that was just Fallen to Dawn, I can highly recommend as a standalone film anyway. It's a great film. Live action Master Chief. What more could you want? You see elites in action, you see grunts in action, jackals and hunters, of course, in the original cast of the Halo Covenant thing. So there you go. There's my choice of scenes. I had loads. I could have gone on for hours, but I'm going to try and keep this one under 10 minutes, and we're at 7 minutes now. So with that, I'm going to just pass it back over to Ryan. What's your question, mate? Within like this sort of vein, whilst we're still continuing with it. Remember, if you want to be a part of ARP, just ask. You know, comments below. Just say, "Hey dude, I want to be an ARPer, a guest ARPer." Just got to do a short video, obviously related to the topic of conversation at the time, and pass it on to either myself or Ryan. We have a Dropbox specifically set up for it. We'll get it all sorted and host it for you. You can be a guest ARPer. Remember to like, comment and subscribe, and of course help us pay the bills. I've been the Fury79, this has been today's ARP, and you have been gorgeous. Peace.